Hey everyone, it's Jeannie here today. I am so glad to be joined by my incredible sister in the Lord. She is an incredible actress, and we know her from The Chosen, the smash hit TV series about those that follow Jesus. Lara Silva is in the house.
Hi, Jenny. It's always so fun and good to talk to you. I love us.
Oh, I know. I love it too. You're amazing. We communicate through social media, and I've just been telling you how amazing you have been doing in The Chosen, playing Eden, and just the topics that you guys are tackling. They're just so heavy. I have my own personal experience where three of my babies are in heaven, and now I have my miracle baby. So it was very hard to watch what you went through, and with my husband too. That was also very wild because we get to see how Peter, upon discovering what happened to you losing a child while he's out in the mission field with Jesus, um it was very powerful. It was very sobering. It was very sad. We were literally sobbing at the end of the both of us. um and I just wanted to ask you, we're starting heavy. We don't have a lot of time, but how was it for you to take on such a heavy topic?
It was extremely hard, Jeannie. It was again, to even just to hear your story, I had to really open my heart to like, wow, this happens to so many women. And so I dug in and I wanted to hear stories and I wanted to listen to them, and it made me reach out to friends and family that had gone through it, and it made me realize like, wow, I I I just we just don't know how to help, women when we're struggling and going through that, because it's so hard. And it was traumatic, what we experience, when we lose a child. And because it hadn't happened to me personally, I felt so much responsibility and weight that I was carrying to like, how am I gonna portray this? But it's like God chose me for a reason, so I'm gonna do the best that I can and help shed light and get to tell the story, that happens to so many women. And then the pouring of the love and the messages that we got, and then women coming together and then feeling empowered and brave to share their story,
Yeah.
that we can help each other. um that means everything, and that's what I'm so grateful for The Chosen to write that in, because we don't get to see that often in a lot of shows, especially a faith-based show, because we
Yeah.
don't want to talk about it, and make women feel guilty, and they feel like, they did something wrong, and that's not the case.
Yeah. I think why people don't talk about it is because we know that death and life passes through the hand of God.
Yes.
So a lot of times when we go through this as believers, we tend to suffer in silence because our thing really is like, what's up, God? Like
Yeah, like, where are
you
you?
Yeah. It's like we know this had to happen, this passed through your hand, it had to pass through your hand. So I guess that's the hardest part, which is why I love that The Chosen tackled it. And The Chosen, yeah, is being very intentional about tackling these things like, why is little James not healed, but he's going out to heal? Why does Eden and Peter lose their child while Peter's on the mission field? And I'm a pastor's wife. We go through real life still. Like life is still hard with God or without him. But
Exactly.
with God, we have a hope. We understand that there's purpose to our pain. So I honestly just want to again honor you for that. You did an incredible job. And I just think that's awesome. I do want to ask you though about trusting God in that process when your prayers are not answered. What would you kind of speak to that? Because that's kind of what little James has to do. It's what Eden has to do, right? But there's so many of us in real life, right? Our prayers are probably not being answered the way we want them to yet, or whatever. How do we
Right.
trust God through that process?
Oh my gosh, I really had to sit down and truly think about that, because when I read what Eden was going through, those questions got brought up, and then I, thought about my friends and family, and what comes to mind right now is that, like, I'm sure we would all love an explanation for some of the hardships that we face. but it takes just so much work in ourselves and our heart to build that spiritual maturity, and really leaning in on and seeking God to hear what it is that he's trying to teach me or tell me in this, and
Yeah.
knowing that God he can still be trusted, and that it may not be my plan, and it's hard and I'm suffering, but I have to trust that it is always for my good, and that for whatever reason, that's we may never know. We may never have an explanation, but that's up to God, and that he loves us even when we have doubt and fears, and that only Jesus can fill us with hope and peace while we're waiting for maybe our breakthrough spiritually or our own miracle. God does miracles for one, but not others. And so that scene that you said with little James and Jesus, it's so relatable, because it's like, well, why am I being asked to help people when I haven't been helped myself? And it's like only Jesus knows that what people need. Some that don't believe need to see that miracle, whereas as believers we know that the miracles happen. So he's using us to to just be content and still where we are, to be there. And our focus as Christians is to always glorify God, whether there's a miracle or not. So when that
Mm,
miracle does happen for someone else and not for you, again, it takes that spiritual maturity to be genuinely happy for them, and to praise God that that person has been healed or given their miracle. That gives life to us while we're in the waiting. And
mm.
I man.
Yeah, beautifully. Yeah, beautifully said. It's so
Thank
true. It
you.
really is.
Yeah.
And um we always see the purpose behind our pain when we're walking with God. It's never in vain. So I know that for the series, I love that you and Peter are kind of the representatives of the marriage couple. Like marriage is real. Like it can be challenging, it can be hard. And I love that we see you working through marriage issues as believers, as followers of Jesus. Talk a little to that and the importance of, I guess, us having that kind of content.
Yes, it's so important. I remember, in season 1, we were like hashtag marriage goals, and then as the struggles come, like everybody was like, "Oh my goodness, like this is real." Like it's not just all, we're strong in our faith all the time. Like sometimes one is wavering in their faith more than the others. And so season 3, it's Eden that's sort of like suffering in silence, and asking, like, I've been faithful from day one, I've been a believer since day one, and why is this happening to me? And then after episode 6, Simon is left with that same question, like he's the Messiah, like why, he's like, whose fault is this? And so that's so relatable
Mm,
for anyone. And so to go through that as a couple, and I'm now left comforting him, because Eden has had more time with um with dealing with the miscarriage. And so now that Simon knows about it, where does that leave where does that leave their faith together, and their faith separately with their relationship with Jesus? So wow, it's heavy, but it's incredible and beautiful, and so just so relatable. So
mm.
it's important.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the last two episodes. So there, it's going to be in the theaters on the big screen,
Oh, we're
and
so excited.
that's how the series started, with you guys in theaters, and it was very successful. People came out, and I went in theaters. It was packed. It was amazing to see so many people there to see a Christian TV series. How was it for you to see yourself on the big screen, and tell us why you're excited about that?
I'm so excited because honestly, the finale, I mean, yes, it's still so weird to see myself on screen, but what's more important is the story that we have, the finale, and the experience that you'll get seeing it on the big screen with the miracle, the feeding of the 5,000. Seeing that is going to be incredible, and then also seeing, like, where does Simon and Eden, and what happens? Does Eden talk to Jesus? Does she come to him? Does he come to her? What happens? Where is the resolution? And we may or may not get it still, because that's real life.
Right.
So I'm excited, and it's so cool that we've added extra days too, because fans were just like the demand was so high, and so we're even excited about that it'll now be shown Thursday through Monday, not just the 2 days. So we are looking forward to it.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much, Lara. You're amazing. Keep shining, girl. The Lord is using you. I can't wait. I know you have other projects coming down the pipeline, a film with my friend Jerry Rigby, which I can't wait to just see you in that. And I just pray that God will continue to use you. Thank you. You are such a light, such a
So
precious soul. You're
I
awesome.
appreciate you. Thank you.